Hey guys, this is your host Thomas Tyree here from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content we'll be covering today will be in the sport of boxing. In today's bonus segment, I'll be sharing my thoughts on the news that has transpired in the heavyweight division between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois. The rematch is officially set in the sport of boxing. So the news broke today that the rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois will be taking place July 19th in the UK in Wembley Stadium. A winner-takes-all rematch for the highly anticipated rematch in the heavyweight division, where it would be an undisputed heavyweight championship fight, with Oleksandr Usyk defending his 3 out of 4 prestigious titles at this division, with Daniel Dubois putting the IBF title on the line. I'll be sharing my thoughts and a fight preview of what is to come at the heavyweight division this summer. So I really am looking forward to this rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois. Both have defeated some great heavyweights since their first fight that took place in the summer of 2023. Oleksandr Usyk defeated Tyson Fury twice in 2024 and became the first ever undisputed heavyweight champion in the 4-belt era, and the first undisputed champion that boxing has seen in over 20 years. And then you look at Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois has been on an impressive 3-fight winning streak. Nonetheless, has become an IBF champion at Oleksandr Usyk's expense when he vacated the IBF title. And Daniel Dubois proved why he's championship material when he knocked out Anthony Joshua in Wembley Stadium late last year in the fall of 2024, when he sent Anthony Joshua to the canvas 4 times, scoring 4 knockdowns, eventually scoring the fifth round knockout, and a dominating performance against Anthony Joshua. Now we get to this highly anticipated rematch, and the question that I have is, what adjustments will these fighters make? And I have to remind myself and you guys about the Daniel Dubois punch that landed on the belt line. If that was truly scored a knockdown, Daniel Dubois would have knocked out Oleksandr Usyk that night, because Oleksandr Usyk took nearly 5 minutes to get back up from that body shot that landed. I don't really believe that was a low blow. It was on the belt line. And in the sport of boxing, if you get hit on the belt line, that is considered a knockdown at the body shot. But the referee, Oleksandr Usyk, in my opinion, sold it well. It resulted being a low blow shot, an accidental low blow shot, which gave Oleksandr Usyk time to recover, which was around 3 to 5 minutes. And then Oleksandr Usyk, the rest is history. 4 rounds later, broke Daniel Dubois' will. Daniel Dubois was getting frustrated in the boxing ring. Thought he did enough to score a knockdown or a knockout in the 5th round. And you could tell his desire for wanting to continue that fight was gone. And Oleksandr Usyk capitalized and knocked him out in the 9th round. But I really am looking forward to this highly anticipated rematch. I want to see what adjustments these 2 respective heavyweights can make for the rematch. I want to see if Oleksandr Usyk could possibly knock out Daniel Dubois again. And I want to see also, can Daniel Dubois possibly give Oleksandr Usyk his first career loss? Because the trajectory has always been high for Daniel Dubois. This is somebody that is pretty good in shape-wise in the boxing ring for a heavyweight, moves around like a cruiserweight or a light heavyweight, possesses a lot of power, has a stiff jab to keep his opponents off of him, and is really good at landing his powerful combinations to keep his opponents off of him. Meanwhile, for Oleksandr Usyk, his quickness, his effectiveness, in my opinion, I do believe that Oleksandr Usyk is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the sport of boxing today, based on what he's done, being an undisputed champion at the cruiserweight division, then being a natural-born cruiserweight, moving up to the heavyweight division, and defeating Anthony Joshua twice, Tyson Fury twice, Daniel Dubois once. I think that resume speaks for itself of him being claimed as the best fighter in the sport of boxing today. Debatable how you have your pound-for-pound list, but in my opinion, I have Oleksandr Usyk number 1. But I'm definitely looking forward to the rematch. Plus, this rematch can have some real big ramifications for the heavyweight division, because we don't know what's next for this heavyweight division. Don't get me wrong, Oleksandr Usyk is an all-time great, but he's already announced that he only has 2 fights left. You take away that Daniel Dubois fight after this, and Oleksandr Usyk only has 1 fight left that he's willing to fight in his boxing career. Meanwhile, for Daniel Dubois, if he could become an undisputed heavyweight champion, could he be unbeatable at this division? Because he's already defeated Anthony Joshua, and I feel like if they rematch each other, to be honest, he would get the better part of Anthony Joshua again. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury said he is retired. I'm not buying that bullshit, and you'll see him fight at Wembley Stadium later on this year against Anthony Joshua. And the other heavyweights are good. Joseph Parker is another wild card as well. I know he's waiting for that title fight, but he's going to have to wait a little bit longer because the two heavyweight champions are about to fight for undisputed title fight. Joseph Parker's still in there. There's some heavyweights that could be some wild card factors, but I think the whole trajectory of the future of the heavyweight division lies on this highly anticipated rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois. I'm looking forward to the rematch, and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. But that is my fight preview of the fight that's going to happen this summer in the heavyweight division between Daniel Dubois and Oleksandr Usyk. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.